Hey, Spuddies! Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. We are going to be playing with a few UI mods today. Don't forget to check the description of the video for those mods. Now, I don't really know what we're going to play, but we're definitely going to be playing on deity difficulty. And when it comes to map types, I'm starting to feel like I've kind of run through all the map types, so I might start downloading some new map scripts and stuff like that to make things a little bit more interesting. We could do like a true start location Mediterranean. That could be kind of an interesting game. You know what? Let's do it. And we're just going to do random. But I don't typically love true start location Mediterranean style games, so I'm just going to add players until we have like a full map and just let the chaos unfold. Let's do barbarian clans. I think makes sense. Let's also do monopolies and corporations. You know what? I haven't done a secret societies game in a long time. Let's make that a part of it. I think maybe I'll leave heroes and legends and dramatic ages. I feel like if you have heroes and legends and secret societies, it means going for like a relic religion is just like too good and it becomes like a default strategy. But I like the idea of things being a little bit more open. This feels pretty good to me, this setup here. So let's go. Let's just try it out. I think I might have the historical spawn dates mod implemented, but I didn't actually activate any of the modes, so it shouldn't affect anything with this save. You might have to install it anyway when you're playing it, but listen, it'll be fine. Ooh, a Persia game. It's actually been a very long time since I've played Persia, and I'm really excited at the idea of doing a cultural Persia game focusing on the pirate Diza. Now, the cool thing is you can do some early war stuff with the Immortal, so there's kind of like an opening strategy here that we could play around with, and there's definitely going to be some people nearby that we could kill. So if we take a look at our starting location, we could settle on the cotton if we wanted to. We could also buy those dyes pretty quick if we work the cotton to get that gold, buy the dyes, work the dyes to get faith, to get an early pantheon. We could also move up a tile. I think, you know, I'm going to scout to the left here. I think in place is fine right here. It's in range of some pretty good resources. It feels totally viable for me to do this. And yeah, I think in place here is the play. So let's go ahead. Well, if I moved up, I would have access to tea, but I like the idea of working the cotton early to buy the dyes quickly, to get the faith, and I want to stay on the fresh water. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy this tile. We're going to settle here. We're going to work that. We will slowly build ourselves a scout. We probably just want one scout this game. Now, I do think that Persia is a civ that benefits from getting an early religion, because the pirate Diza does get +1 culture, +2 gold, +1 appeal, and +1 culture for each, +1 culture for each adjacent holy site and theater square. So going for an early holy site could be the play here. The real question is, do we care about actually owning a religion, or do we care about the faith income? If we care about the early religion, we can go for the holy sites now. If we care about the faith income, we can get the holy sites later and then instead focus on going towards the Immortal for the early warfare. Now, my instinct here is that while early religions are awesome, typically what you're using that faith for is to expand your empire. If we're playing Persia, although to be fair, we are like right. I'm going to show you a little trick here, by the way. If you want to be able to move around the map, just place pins, and it'll let you center and like move around the map so you can get a sense of like where you are. So you can see I'm like literally as far east on this huge map as it is possible to be. Okay, like I'm still going, right? This is the whole map. We've unlocked the whole map. We've got it all. You know what I'm saying? Like we have discovered, like, there's a whole huge map here, and we're far to the east. So it's entirely possible that there's not a lot of people around for us to kill. And so maybe going for the faith to be able to spawn settlers and stuff with a golden age could be the play, right? And that would be how we'd expand our empire. Equally as valid is to go for the war route, see if we can find iron, pop out a few immortals, and then take on another empire. So really, the decision we're making here is, do we want to expand through faith and then go into military, or do we want to go into military and then to expand through military? And I think Persia is a civ that has like a lot of front-loaded benefits, right? We have the Immortal, we have the Fall of Babylon. So I feel like the +2 movement after declaring a supplies war, being able to occupy garrisoned cities more easily. I think this really front loads Cyrus towards like an early war civ, which in the end could net us a lot of land. So I'm going to go for early mining here and sort of push in the direction of going for bronze working. So I would like to crack out a city or two if we could. Nice, we found a tribal village. I'm hoping for faith here. It would be really nice if we got faith. A boost for writing is one of the worst things that we could get. We have met Babylon. Now, I'm not sure how I met him, like in which direction he is, but I would assume he's to my south. We're just going to continue exploring. Okay, so Babylon is to my south, and we are getting a little bit of flooding. We do have the cash to buy a tile. Would love to buy that 3 food 1 production tile, but instead I'm going to buy the dye tile, and I'm going to work the dye tile so that we can start getting our pantheon. Early pantheon could be key here, plus that extra 3 production kind of evens out the fact that we were working no production for a while. There's Dido. It's an honor to meet you, Dido. We know where her capital is, so definitely Early war here is super viable for us. Akkad just got founded near us as well. That city just got plonked down. Interesting. Babylon has settled right on my border. So I'm going to need to figure out a way to hold him back. I want to know a little bit more about him. I definitely feel like the early war is the way to go. I'm going to grab myself an early builder because I want to go for mining. Well, I need to kill 3 barbarians, so I think the play then is to go for slingers if I need to kill barbarians. I need to get this warrior to the city to protect it. I need to find a place for this guy to stand. There's Sumeria. It's an honor to meet you, Sumeria. Let's go ahead and get a friendship. I wish I could get him to declare war, but he may actually declare the war himself. Are they at war? He may, yeah, him and Babylon do not get along, so I'm really hoping that Sumeria declares war on Babylon, which should pull his troops away from our border, which would give me time to get myself situated. I'm going to start researching bronze working so I can find that iron. We need to kill 3. We need to kill 3 barbarians in a perfect world to get that unlocked. Alternatively, we can settle the T, and that will get us like not quite an equal amount of science, but some amount of science. Oh, there's the war to declare. Okay, this is actually big for me because I'm friends with Gilgamesh and now he's at war with Babylon, which should prevent Babylon from wanting to declare war on me. Best possible outcome. Also, if I'm feeling really sneaky, I could maybe snipe an early city here, like with the assistance of Sumeria. You know, like if I get a unit down here, I could yoink, do a little yoinkage. You know what I mean? Right, I want to get at least 1 settler out because I would like to settle that T for the little bit of science that would help me with bronze working and getting to iron working as well. Babylon is falling, which is kind of funny because that's the fall of Babylon is my ability. Sumeria is doing work for me here. So Sumeria actually totally saved my bacon. Babylon has fallen, which means the city of Ashuna should be easy pickings. Let's go for, well, I don't need God King. I will take Discipline. Yeah, that's fine. Flipping in 11 turns. Babylon is going down. So this is where I should maybe start considering that, like, maybe I will want to steal a city here. Let's go for foreign trade. The trader would be very useful here at this stage of the game. If I could get it sent to Sumeria. My troops are merely passing by, bro. Okay, I think it's time for me to continue to scout with the scout. It would be nice to find other players and also just know more about the map. I've been kind of focusing on scouting the front line here to keep an eye on what's going on between Sumeria and Babylon, but that's not actually entirely necessary for my play. There's the Dead Sea. That's awesome. We found Jerusalem as well. Knowledge of astrology. So a faith build at some point this game is super awesome. We could go for the Hermetic Society. Don't know if that's how we want to play things. I think it might be okay. He's building walls in Ashuna. That's all right. I'd like to buy another scout. There'll be 120 gold, so I can buy that in 2 turns. Do I want to open with a governor instead? Well, I don't have many forests here, but an early Magnus could be an interesting play. Alternatively, an early Pingala could be really cool too. I mean, the early Magnus, chop chop, could be fantastic for getting units out as long as I can find iron. So I'm going to wait until if I can find iron, then I'll know I'll go for the early Magnus, because then I'll be able to build an iron mine and then chop out immortals and potentially kill Sumeria with immortals. It all just comes down to whether or not I can find iron. All right, let's start moving the slinger over to the T that we want to settle on so we can be in position. There's Georgia, which is cool. So Georgia should be somewhere up here. Send that settler to the left. We've got a little bit, okay, we've got a loyalty problem in the capital, which is not good. That means we need to do a 14 pressure. That's crazy. We need to do something about that. So probably the thing to do, we also found Yerevan, which is cool. We need a governor. I'm going to gamble on the Magnus. That will make the loyalty fall much slower. Settler is good. We're going to buy another scout so we can get more information. We're going to work. We would prefer to work a food tile. So this to get bronze working slightly faster. Well, here's the thing. I need my Pantheon. And I should also potentially get a monument, but I want that second settler. I'll put a single turn into a slinger. Then we're going to go immediately back for settlers. I want to get to 3 cities pretty quick this game. That's not good. She might be able to settle before me. She got there a turn before me. Not good. Ugh. But it is flipping, which kind of works for me. And I'm okay with the position of that city. It's just annoying, so I might have to settle slightly to the left. -3 loyalty there is slightly difficult to deal with, but it should be handleable. We'll focus on growth in here. There's a sheep tile that we can make use of. Settle right there. We want to be relatively close to the capital. We want to be away from this. This is fine. Keep this city flipping. This will put slightly more pressure on. I'm actually going to cancel the settler in here. No. Yeah, I'll keep going settler. I'm hoping that this city will just get donated to me. Okay, go ahead and settle in place. Get -5 loyalty. We can survive through that level of loyalty loss. Now, I think the play, bronze working is about to finish. God of Craftsman is just a great ability. So we'll take that, I think, right? That's +1 production, +1 faith from improved strategic resources. We won't benefit from that immediately, but we will find iron soon. So I'm going to take that. We will want a monument in here. We need to go straight for early empire to get that extra governor title. So rebellion in 18 turns, his rebellion's in 15 turns. I don't think continuing to work on a settler is the play. I think getting a monument in the capital is the play. If I'm getting this city passively, hopefully through loyalty pressure, then that's fine. All right, let's send that scout out finally. Let's send a warrior over to garrison Susa, 17 turns on that. We have found bronze working. Let's get to work on iron working. Okay, there's iron over here, which means we need to buy tiles. Let's get that builder going. We need that iron ASAP, so I think getting the builder right now and preparing to send it and saving all of our gold for that is awesome. I think the goal is just get iron working as soon as possible. We also need cash flow, so it would be awesome if we could get irrigation actually. I'll go irrigation into iron working, because if we could get a couple of plantations down, that would be amazing. 12 turns, 8 turns, so his will flip first. And we know Georgia is up through here. Akkad is in a really awkward spot. I will probably conquer that. Let's reassign Magnus to Susa to buy us a little bit of loyalty time in there. Yep. It's a bit of a strangled early game. All right, looks like we found the barbs in the desert. So let's scurry away from that and not have to deal with it. All right, how's the loyalty in here? Going up? Okay, looks like something nearby flipped independent or something. You're still going down. You're not going down quite as bad. Ah, the city over here was raised. That's amazing. Thank you, Sumeria. Good job. So let's grab Magnus and reassign him to the capital. Yeah, it's only 0.7 loyalty loss, so doing a little flipping around, flipping and flooping. Hammurabi hates me, but he's only on one city. That's flipping disloyal. Let's start buying our way to the iron. It's going to be expensive, but worth it. Magnus is reestablished in the capital. Do we want to chop something out? It could be worth it to head up here to chop the dies to get a settler faster. Or even just chop out the monument. Magnus is established there, and the monument would help us a lot with our culture. I really don't want to go into a dark age here. I misclicked my builder, so I have to reload this turn. Okay, I accidentally clicked over here. I was on autopilot to go get the iron, but I think what I wanted to do was to chop first to get the monument faster. But there's a really nice flooded tile right there. Inspiration for early empire is a mission. Go there, chop. How do you feel, my good friend Phoenicia, about giving me open borders? 14 gold for open borders. I'll take that deal. Let me explore the world slightly more. Hello. Please stay undefended. Chop here. There's the monument completed. Definitely work the gold tile. Definitely work the science tile. Definitely grab a slinger. I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable, especially if I'm going to surprise war Georgia. Okay, she managed to link up that settler again. We super need to be ready for war here. I need to find more players. We're over in kind of Anatolia region. Where are you going with that settler? That's so strange. Definitely looks like Georgia's looking for a fight. Let's make sure we work that 4 food 1 production tile. Then we'll work the gold tile because it's a huge increase in our gold per turn. We have a slinger now defending the city. I think it would be good to maybe pre-produce. I would like another builder, but I think it would be good to maybe pre-produce like a warrior or something like that. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of my expanding not through settlers, so I kind of need to start producing a military, really. So that means getting something like craftsmanship. So I think I should get myself another builder so I can get more improved tiles. We got the monument in Susa. Let's continue to prepare a military. That's like the play here. I think it could be worth it for us to get a trader. To trade with a cat. That'll be like a little bit of gold. Although it's a very vulnerable piece of infrastructure that I can't defend, so I might just go slinger. I would like to get at least 3 slingers. 3 slingers is a good amount to get in every single game that you play, because then you can upgrade 3 of them to archers and get machinery boosted, and then you can upgrade 2 crossbowmen to get metal casting boosted. So I would say 3 slingers are always it's a really safe and good play. There's the Ottomans, which should be +1 era score. We will sample his hospitality. We just need 1 more era score. I'm hoping I find Mali or someone in the desert. Okay, somebody sent me a delegation. We met Theodora, so we've avoided a dark age, which is perfect for loyalty. We're going to come in here. We're going to buy this tile. I'm actually going to chop out a warrior to protect the city, to give it extra combat strength on the defense, because that'll just make that city just ever so slightly harder to break. We're also going to switch away from finishing early empire because we can finish this tech by growing pops. We'll go for craftsmanship. Okay, Ashuna has flipped independent, but there's not much we can do about that right now. The world has entered into the classical era. I'm hoping that we're holding on a loyalty front and no one else got a very good early game. Okay, a little bit of a rebellion going on here. Samaria is not in a golden age. Georgia is in a golden age, as is Phoenicia, which does put a lot of pressure on the city of Susa. We should be able to survive that. I am going to take free inquiry here because you gain era score every time you trigger a Eureka. There's a lot more Eurekas in the early game that are easy to achieve compared to inspirations. The other ones just aren't as good, and we're not in a position to take advantage of them, which is the reason they're not as good. So I'm feeling fairly well defended. Let's go ahead and improve the dyes. Well, actually, the best thing to improve would be the cotton, really. So we'll make our way towards that. Crossing the Sahara. I'm just really expecting the war declaration any second now. So I'll get that plantation up, and I will get myself another warrior. I need to get a builder over to these iron mines. I need to start getting that iron income. The war is coming. She's definitely preparing to declare. Let's get a friendship with Samaria to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. We'll also get a friendship with the Ottomans to give us a little bit of leeway. That way there's 2 people on the map. We don't have to worry about declaring war on us. I'm going to start moving this warrior to the capital to help with the upcoming war. You're going to work on your own builder because we need to get this iron online ASAP. It's something I can't delay anymore. I need that 4 iron per turn. It means I can build an immortal every 5 turns. Okay, there's the war deck as we expected. Let's move our warrior forward. We're going to shift these slingers slightly in this direction. You're going to shoot that guy. Now, we're not at war with Akkad, which is fantastic, honestly. The fact that we have no nonsense going on there. I am going to go ahead and take Victor, appoint him into... I want Victor in Pasargadae. And then I want to move Magnus to Susa. Now, I want to see if I can sell something for a lot of gold. Here we go. All right, so I've got 215 gold in the bank, which means I can attack out of the city with a warrior. I've got a good chance of getting this kill. And then I buy a warrior to refill the garrison to bring the combat strength of the city back up. And I keep attacking with you. You come this way. You're surrounding now. You move here. You shoot him. You're backing him up. All right, they're doing a little bit of attacking. The city is being defended. Knowledge of archery just got boosted, which is fantastic. Let's move you 1 tile to the right. You attack there. Let's get those attacks in. You cross the river. We've got this guy surrounded. We might even be able to take Kutaisi before he gets the walls up. At the very least, we'll be able to pillage that commercial hub, which will get us these iron tiles, which will get us to immortals. So huge moves being made here on the front line. With Georgia. And honestly, because of this mountain range, I could take these 2 cities pretty easily and then turn around, maybe kill Akkad. I might even raise Akkad because where Akkad is situated, if I go into this map mode here, if I hold down control, it's kind of eating up a lot of really good river real estate. There could be 2 cities here instead of 1 Akkad. And I think I might prefer to have 2 cities rather than keep Akkad. And what does Akkad do? Well, melee and anti-cavalry units do full damage to cities' walls. Is really damn good, actually. So that might be a hard call to make. I think we will go for military tradition now. We want the flanking and support combat bonuses for our military. We could also... Well, I don't want to buy a galley because the galley would appear like this lake here, unless we want a lake galley. I mean, that is kind of fun to do. Unlucky that the city managed to get walls and killed my slinger. The timing on that was a little bit unfortunate. Attack you. You have a promotion. You're going to heal up. My goal now is to try to... just keep these iron mines in mind. I was hoping to pillage that commercial hub. Feeling fairly safe, which probably maybe I shouldn't be feeling super safe, but it's all right. Let's finish a builder because there are at least 2 more tiles in my capital that I would like to improve. The cotton and even a farm here would be amazing to help grow this city, to provide loyalty pressure and just generally work more tiles. And there's also a passive bit of science and culture you get from having more population. Don't you dare pillage that. You fall back. Get up to the city. So it looks like Tamara's not at war with anyone. Who is this? Byzantium. Byzantium? Are you at war with someone, Byzantium? No, you're relatively friendly with the world. So let's swap this warrior with the city warrior. You're going to move to there. We can get 2 attacks and we outnumber him. That's good. You can get an attack on him. You can chase down this warrior. So the walls in that city do make my life slightly more difficult, but I'm hoping that if I can keep my warriors alive, have enough cash flow, maybe pillage this, immortals might be the play. That kind of gets me out of this little awkward little sausage of a position that I'm in. All right, you are in an awkward spot. Let's get that kill. You just fortify to heal a bit. The builder comes out next turn, which means we can start improving the city, mainly about getting gold. You fortify there to let him hit you a little. That's fine. Avoid the coastline so you don't get shot. All right, nice one. You got that little bit of XP. Now you can just back off. Oh, right beside a new warrior. That's unlucky. You step forward. You guys are staying fortified in position. We did get the builder. Let's move in. We'll get the plantation. Now the city has an extra housing because it has 2 plantations, but also that's +4 gold per turn, which is huge because that should lead to me being able to buy these iron tiles. I will need something to defend these iron tiles, so I'm thinking of like starting to move a warrior that way. See if we can't get something going on that front. I suppose the thing to do is just to keep producing warriors because they will eventually become immortals. And so the more warriors we have, the better. I totally should have changed my government, and I should have changed my government over to a GOG so I can build units faster. We did just get military tradition, so we have flanking and support bonuses. We're going to work towards political philosophy so we can get oligarchy. We want that +4 combat strength on our units. You're going to attack there. You're going to move left. You're going to kill the slinger. You're fortified. You're heading over here to defend the iron because we need to keep this iron going. Does anyone have iron? Ooh, I can buy that luxury. That's awesome. Does anyone have iron? No iron to be sold, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the thing is to just keep getting warriors, which will eventually translate into immortals. We can stop researching ironworking and now work towards like maybe archery. A few archers in support here would be good. We do have 1, 2. We probably want another slinger. So let's quickly grab that slinger. That will help. We're going to pop a little farm right there. That's +1 era score as well. But it's also +1 food to keep the city growing because it's working fairly low food tiles. Would love to get the tea online as well. That's another +2 gold and half a point of housing, which would be +2 housing in total in the capital. We definitely also want to get maybe another builder to get some production online. Let's keep moving this warrior to the left to protect Susa. We need to get these iron tiles. I'm going to buy... Oh, I need a little bit more cash to buy another iron tile. You fortify, you fortify. You get into the city. I'm going to take garrison. I'm going to have immortals for clearing other units, so I want my archers to be basically early game siege units for me. You're going to start heading towards the T. I really, really, really want to improve that T. You're fortified in a relatively okay position. You're going to step 1 tile to the left and shoot because I want to farm experience on you. You sling him. He'll attack you. He'll do damage. Should be fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we took a pretty big hit on this slinger, but the slinger should be able to attack, get a promotion, and then even if he attacks me, it should be fine. We can go ahead and improve the mine, +1 era score, and access to ironworking, which is perfect. You're going to move this way. Now, these guys only cost 10 iron per turn, so we can right now we can build an immortal every 5 turns with our iron production. You're going to shoot him. You're going to kill him. I'm going to bait this warrior with this builder. Oops, that was a misclick. I need to restart the turn. So I double left clicked, which somehow moved my builder. It's one of those mechanics in the game that for some reason... Oh, my game crashed. So for some reason, left clicking moves units, and it's kind of annoying. It's been a long time since we'd had a game crash. So yeah, it was just like, I double left click, and that's slightly annoying. So we're going to shoot there, attack there. You're moving this way. You shoot this guy. You build that iron mine. We want to get the 2 iron mines. That way we can build a 2 immortals every 5 turns. Or 1 immortal every 2.5 turns. So we're going to leave this builder in the open. I accidentally left clicked here, which moved him. We're going to leave this builder here in the open so that this warrior will be tempted to come get him, and then we'll have 2 slingers plus a warrior to attack him. You're going to fortify here because you could theoretically kill this, but then you would get shot by the city and potentially die, which I don't want, especially because you're so close to a promotion and you could be turned into an immortal relatively cheaply. 130 gold is not that much considering I'm making 17 per turn, and that will go up once I get T online. And also there's a pillage here. At least, is that a 2 pillage? That's a double pillage. That'll help feed my immortal armies quite a bit. So a lot happening here. I think the next big thing for us now is to go for the encampment. There's not really a great spot for this encampment in my empire, so I'm just going to drop it on this Plains Hill. And our goal now is to try to get a classical era great general as hard and as quickly as possible. Like we are gunning for that, because that will take our immortals from being powerful to being game-changing. So this warrior is a little bit scary. I can't tell which promotion he got. He did not go for Tortoise, which means he has the other promotion, which means if he attacks the slinger, it would be really bad for me. So I'm going to start sending 2 warriors up here to protect this iron. This builder has been captured. So what we'll do is we will shoot with you, get that experience. We'll shoot at you to get that experience. And then we'll step 1 tile to the right with this guy to grab that. You're fortified and safe. Let's go for another encampment. I'm going to put the encampment next to the iron to protect the iron. That's the goal there. We also would love to get another builder in here because there are totally improvable tiles. So I might try to squeeze out an extra builder because if I could get this, maybe even chop this stone and improve the sheep and then put a mine on the stone, like there's a serious amount of production here. Because I'm so low on cities, I need builders to increase the quality of my tiles. Now, who just declared war on me? It was Yerevan. I don't care about Yerevan. Yerevan's too far away for it to really have an influence on my game. I think going Immortals first is important. I'm going to take... Commando is so sick. Movement on Immortals is insane. So Battlecry, I think, is the route. Tortoise really helps out Immortals when you're sieging cities, though, because they become monstrous anti-city units. Why don't you pop down here to chop that stone for me, and then we'll get that builder out sooner. All right, we took a little bit of damage. This guy did get a promotion. There's archery. Let's take Battlecry. I'm going to upgrade this archer. It's 60 gold. I'm going to upgrade this archer and this archer. So I've got my 3 archers. That boosts machinery. I want all of you to fortify while we play it safe. So with Immortals done, I think it would be good to head towards catapults. Catapults are really good when you're playing as Persia, so we're going to push that. I don't think we're going to have time to go for ancient walls. We might be able to flip around. At the very least, we should go for wheel. That's for sure. In fact, if I were to build a quarry, we would get a masonry faster. So maybe that is the play. Let's grab that tribal village, 40 gold. That's actually super good. Ooh, a Nagao and Beba. Not good for me. So the thing is, you only actually need 1 pin in the corner of the map to basically reveal the whole thing. So once you do that, you can just like, you're good. I like to put a pin in every corner though, because it kind of just feels a little bit neater. And then you can just delete the other ones. But yeah, now we have like we got full map scroll ability. So I want to attack here, but I want to wait until this warrior can also attack. I want to play things a little bit slow. Ooh, if I moved up here, I could threaten this settler. But again, I'm going to take these cities slowly using Immortal. So I'm not in a huge rush there. I will sell off my cotton because I want to be able to get Immortals a second I have enough iron. My poor little scout was killed by the Nagao and Beba. We definitely want to get our government plaza up. We would love Warlord's Throne. I think the more important thing is to get the encampment going. You shoot him. You shoot him. You could get this kill. You have Battlecry. So let's do it. You're well defended. We also have another governor title. I don't care about Hermetic Society. We could promote Magnus with surplus logistics, or Victor with Garrison Commander. I like the idea of Garrison Commander. It makes him a little bit better at defending. But we also really need to start thinking about Pingala when we start going to war, because we're going to need Connoisseur and Researcher to kind of boost up. So we'll work from there. I want you to bait in another warrior, because it's a free kill if he takes that builder, right? Builders are in fantastic bait tools, right? Just always think about that. Your unit has been captured by Georgia. A few attacks have been played out. Now you got hit by the city, which is not ideal. I'm going to get these guys to switch because this guy has the garrison promotion, which means he does plus 10 combat strength for being in the city. And then you're going to shoot there. I want you to soften this guy up. And then I want you to get the kill. Boom, we recapture the builder. You stay fortified right there. I'm going to take the tortoise promotion on you. Let's start blasting this guy. We're guarding the iron. We do have the capability of grabbing our first Immortal. And we will. Boom. There it is. Immortal. +4 arrow score. We'll also want to build a Pyrodisa for that extra +4 arrow score. Now, to kind of optimize our Pyrodisas, they get +1 culture and +2 gold. They give +1 appeal and they get +1 culture for each adjacent holy site and theater square. They also get +1 gold for each adjacent commercial hub and city center. So it's sort of optimal, like in a perfectly optimal super hyper good world, right? We would put a Pyrodisa on every tile surrounding a city center. And then we would do some configuration of like theater square, holy site, commercial hub, and this would be how we would build basically every city in our empire. Something like this. This would give us an insane amount of gold and culture. So this is the kind of direction that we would like to go in. I don't know if this is necessarily exactly how we're going to do things, but trying to think about how I make this work in the capital. We might not be able to make it work exactly like this, but we'll figure it out. But let's get that pasture. That's going to be +1 production as well as horseback riding boosted. I'm going to get you to step 1 tile right because I don't want you to get shot. I guess a Pyrodisa here wouldn't be bad. I should probably put the Pyrodisa on the flatland, so I will. And then that means the Pyrodisa goes here as well. So these 2 tiles will get Pyrodisas. Let's go for incendiaries, because these archers are like my early game siege units. All right, took a nice hit on this warrior, but he is fortified in defensive terrain, so it should be kind of a little bit harder. Let's take the volley promotion. We got our builder. I'm going to break the stone to chop out the encampment. Let's make sure we blast this chariot. Can we cross the river and get the kill? Hopefully. Yes, awesome. Let's drop the Pyrodisa. Paradise nuts. That's going to be +4 arrow score. So we have a normal age secured and we have like really, really good gold and culture tiles. Production is not Persia's strong point, but they can make production work if you build your empire correctly. This archer took a hit. That's totally fine. We definitely need to get rid of this slinger. The best way to do that is to move you 1 tile back. You shoot that warrior. You move 1 tile to the right. Shoot that slinger. Can you get that kill? No, you get that kill, even though I want to promote you. Then you can get this kill. You guys are healing. Let's secure the extra iron. And the great thing is we can start selling iron to fuel the immortal production. Archer is doing work, shooting the heavy chariot. We've got encampments coming. Hey, you made a big mistake stepping onto that tile. You already have a promotion, so we'll take Garrison. You're going to shoot him. Perfect. You're going to heal. I'm going to take a turn to heal on you. Well, actually, I don't need to. You can take Tortoise, which is perfect. And the reason we want Tortoise is because we want our immortals to be able to stand underneath the combat power of a city, basically. I'm going to pull one of my warriors now to the south and east so that he can maybe join the assault on Kutaisi. Let's break the quarry so we can chop the quarry. Maybe even chop out an immortal here might be the play. Yeah, I think chopping out an immortal is the play here because I need more units to the front line, basically. All right, I just want to farm experience on my archers as much as I can. So I'm hoping you don't kill, then I get to shoot again, and then I'll shoot with you, taking out that catapult. We're about to get oligarchy, which will be a big step forward for us. Let's get to work on engineering. And 10 turns for ancient walls is very slow. How many great generals have gone? There's political philosophy. Not many great generals have gone, so that's fine. I'm going to immediately start working encampment trainings because I just need to get a great general ASAP. It would really suck if I didn't get one. Why don't you shoot this guy? It's awesome that I'm able to do damage from range and not take counterattack damage, like on a warrior unit. It's sick. Sure, why don't you go ahead and put a Pyrodisa? Well, no, I don't want a Pyrodisa there. You step up one tile and put a Pyrodisa there, I think. The gold will be really, really helpful. Let's go for an envoy, but we are going to go immediately into oligarchy. The great thing about oligarchy for Persia is we get that +4 combat strength for our ranged units, for our melee units, the immortals, and we get 20% extra unit experience. So our units just level up faster. We definitely want conscription. We definitely want a GOG. Beyond that, I think we're happy. Great general points per turn would be awesome to be able to get the great general faster. And I would go as far as to say I'm feeling lucky. Punk. Let's shoot you. And then shoot you. You could get that kill, but I'll just wait because I want to make sure these warriors are like, essentially, think of these warriors are like a bank of production that I can turn into really powerful immortals. So I don't want to get them killed because I would be essentially wasting all the resources that I put into getting them. So let's go ahead and get here. Why don't you get this kill too? Perfect. Slowly pushing back the enemy. We're going to put a Pyrodisa right there. A really great 3 gold tile, right? And that's going to allow me to fuel the cash that I need to build these warriors. I definitely want experience on my archers, so let's make sure we get that kill. And in the next couple of turns, we can start to advance on Kutaisi. We just need like another iron mine online to get that iron going, really. Okay, she wants to buy my iron, but I don't want to sell it. This warrior is under threat. I'm going to retreat him to a safe place while you continue to shoot. We just continue to blast away at our enemies' feeble attempts at advancement. Next turn, we can get another immortal, which brings us close to the critical mass that we need. We're going to go ahead and get started on drama and poetry because we do want cultural transitions at some point this game. I'm going to quickly pop out Strategos and plug in Diplomatic League and put an envoy into Akkad. That got me Elza Minerva, which could be a really interesting play this game, actually. We may consider Elza Minerva. I do like the idea of Elza Minerva as Persia, so that might be the direction that we go. They're kind of an interesting choice compared to Initiation, or compared to things. So we could definitely go for a city-state, like try to control the city-states, because we just need to get one more point in Akkad. Can I get an envoy somewhere? Military training, I could get an envoy. Oh, I'm only like 6 turns from getting an envoy here, so we'll just be patient. 7 turns, I think. 7, yeah, 21 divided by 3 is 7. Alrighty, let's get this immortal. And now with this immortal, I feel a little bit more confident to start advancing on Kutaisi, especially if I can get control of Akkad. What is their mission? Oh, I already did their quest. So I think next turn will be the turn we move. Well, she just keeps throwing new units at me, and I should totally kill units before I advance. But I can move you 1 tile to the left and begin attacking that catapult. You're going to go take Tortoise, because being able to defend against ranged attacks is actually really important for immortals, because if immortals have the ability to hold out against ranged attacks, they're just like unstoppable monsters. But now that we have 2 encampments, we can start the construction of warriors, because I feel confident that we'll be able to get the great general. What could I research quickly? No, I think I would have to pay to unlock my government, which I might be willing to do in the next turn or 2 if the price comes down a little. Okay, my warrior here is under siege, so I might just pull him back a tile and keep getting kills where we can. Let's shoot you. You step 1 tile back, you shoot there. You step 2 tiles back, you get that kill. You shoot there. I didn't actually mean for you to advance. I should have used your ranged attack. It's okay though. Yeah, so this guy, because I think this guy doesn't have, or he does have Tortoise, but he still took a lot of damage from like the combined attacks of Kutaisi and the catapults that are advancing. Let's keep getting level ups on our archers. Shoot there. We got another warrior. Let's retreat you this way. You step here to protect this. You're going to take the garrison promotion because that'll make you even more dangerous. Kill that catapult. Ooh, not quite a kill, so we'll have to sacrifice a little bit of health on this immortal, but he should level up next turn. And there's so much gold here that we can pick up if we could just get into that city. Let's put some turns into a barracks. Okay, we do see crossbows now, which is mildly infuriating. Let's go for battle cry. Let's begin the advance. You're going to take the immortal, and then we'll switch this city over to producing warriors for 2 turns. Let's make sure we're damaging the crossbow. You keep retreating to a safe distance. I guess well, you're dead if you stay there, but whatever. It's really important that this archer is in this encampment, providing like cover and control for these iron tiles. And we need to get these units off it. So this crossbow needs to go. Let's full advance on the city. We need to get this plunder going. Really need suzerainty of Akkad so we can do serious damage to this city. But I think we have really close potential openings here. All right, we lost an archer to the city of Kutaisi. I didn't expect it to one-shot. Let's pillage for gold. Pillage for gold. Pillage for gold. Shoot that Crossy. Crossy's dead. You move right, fortify there. You move left to fortify. You move right to get away from this warrior so you can stay alive. We do have an immortal on the way. Encampment training is done. What are we looking at here? We're close to a thingy. Let's start building warriors. How we win this war is with immortal spam. Go start shooting that city, just taking slivers of health off. Oh, envoy to Akkad. Perfect. +2 era score. Does that mean these guys do... Oh my god, full strength ranged attacks, baby. Oh my god, I tell you what. On the eve of the destruction of the Georgian, Babylonian, Sumerian, Phoenician, Ottoman empires, I'm going to call that the end of this episode. A path of destruction is before us, and we will leave the world burning in the wake of our footsteps. I love you all very much, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.